Has Nintendo's plans for Pokemon and Starfox been officially leaked? We get our first look at Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Bethesda unveils Rage 2, and Radical Heights studio Bosskey Productions has closed. Ready up, because we have a ton of news to talk about, and we're dropping straight into Tilted for the 52nd episode of the Nerf Report. Happy birthday, Nerf Report.
Are you listening? Damn.
Welcome to the Nerf Report. My name is Bryant, Chappel, and before we get into this week's show, I just want to take a quick second to say thank you. Thank you to anyone that has ever watched this show. Whether this is your first time here or you have been here since day one 52 weeks ago, your support, feedback, and positivity towards this channel have at times been mind-blowing. You know, each week I research, I write the script, I memorize the script, I film it, I edit it, and then upload it to the internet. And when you put that much effort into something, your biggest fear is that it's going to be rejected. That someone's going to tell you that you suck or you're garbage or you should just quit at what you're doing. And since day one of this show, even when we were so bad and mediocre compared to where we are today, you guys have been insanely supportive of this idea, and for that, I am eternally grateful. And I guess what I'm trying to get to in this show would not be possible without you. Your tweets, your feedbacks, your DMs, your comments in the comment section down below, they are what makes this show what it is. They are what pushes me to make this show better week in and week out. So thank you. And with that, let's get into this week's show. This week was an insane week for Nintendo fans. I mean, at this point, we might as well just cancel Nintendo's E3 presser completely, because what else could you possibly want? Yeah, sure, a brand new Super Smash Bros. Game being announced at E3 sounds awesome, but the potential of a brand new Pokemon and Starfox game arriving on the Switch?
You complete me.
Shut up. Shut up. You had me at Pokemon. You had me at Pokemon. Now, I should preface this by saying that these are rumors and none of this has been confirmed by Nintendo. But this is the internet, and when has anything like that ever mattered? So, let's dive right into these rumors in a brand new segment called Dang Girl, Dat Nintendo. First up, let's talk about Nintendo's favorite barrel-rolling space fox.
Do a barrel roll!
Yeah, Starfox might be coming to the Nintendo Switch, according to Reddit user DasVergaben. According to the post on Reddit, Retro Studios is working on a spin-off based on an existing Nintendo IP that they haven't worked on before, Starfox. It is actually a racing game, something like Diddy Kong Racing mixed with F-Zero essentially, but more like F-Zero Raceplay. It'll have an adventure mode of some kind, think Diddy Kong Racing, and there will be some boss fights in a hub world like it too. It's called Starfox Grand Prix, and just in case the credibility of Reddit isn't enough for you, an anonymous poster on 4chan shared this logo art, which clearly shows a logo rendering of Starfox Grand Prix. In the past, Retro Studios has worked on games like Donkey Kong Country Returns or Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Retro has also worked on the fantastic Metroid Prime trilogy. So the idea that Retro Studios is working on a Diddy Kong Racing-esque Starfox, yeah, I'm 100% into that idea. Diddy Kong Racing and Star Fox 64 were two of my favorite games growing up, so a Frankenstein mashup of the two personally sounds amazing. And if all of that news didn't get your Joy-Cons all charged up, don't worry, we got one more. This week we learned that a brand new Pokemon game might be coming to the Nintendo Switch. That's right, thanks to the folks over at 4chan, the latest version of Pokemon will be called Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. The new games will be remakes of the 1998 Pokemon Yellow. Pokemon trainers will get to select between Pikachu and Eevee as their starter Pokemon, and the game will feature an online hub for players along with Pokemon Go integration. And this is where I say something like, take this next part with a huge grain of salt. Because the leak continued by saying catching Pokemon will work like Pokemon Go, and there will be rewards for in-game and in-go by linking the two together. New accessories can also be used in Go and the Switch version of the game. And honestly, this is a no-brainer. Pokemon Go has been insanely successful for Nintendo and Niantic, so combining the two, yeah, that was bound to happen. But the idea that Switch owners are either going to have to swipe up to toss a Pokeball or take the Joy-Con and flick it to catch a Pokemon, that seems like that might rub a lot of Switch players the wrong way who, in the past, liked the traditional way of catching Pokemon. Either way, both Star Fox Grand Prix and Pokemon Let's Go have yet to be confirmed by Nintendo. And with E3 right around the corner, hopefully we will hear something sooner rather than later. Also this week, Activision and Treyarch unveiled the future of Call of Duty with Black Ops 4. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 will be available October 12th of 2018, and it brings back the gritty, grounded, and fluid multiplayer combat synonymous with Black Ops. Black Ops 4 also marks the biggest zombie offering with 3 full undead adventures being released at launch. And for the first time ever, the game will feature Blackout, a massive Call of Duty Battle Royale experience. Now, I need to be fully transparent here because I am not a big Call of Duty fan. However, this game looks fantastic. Like, the zombie modes will be launching with 3 stories featuring individual stories and Easter eggs. Voyage of Despair takes you and your squad to what looks like the Titanic, in which a heist gone wrong forces your team to deal with zombies on a sinking ship. 9 sends you back to a Roman-esque Colosseum where you must survive hordes of zombies using swords, spears, and melee weapons. And Blood of the Dead, which seems to be a remake of Mob of the Dead, which was originally released as DLC for Black Ops 2. And then we have the gaming industry's worst kept secret, Call of Duty Battle Royale. Call of Duty Blackout will take the fast-paced gameplay of Black Ops and force it into Battle Royale mode. Blackout will take place on the biggest map in Call of Duty history, along with featuring land, sea, and air vehicles, new weapons, traps, and zombies. And where I land on this one is Activision and Treyarch have been getting a ton of hate over Black Ops 4. In some gamers' eyes, they feel that because it doesn't feature a story mode, that they're selling an incomplete product for a full-price game. But as a casual Call of Duty player, the multiplayer mode, the 3 zombie maps, and a brand new Battle Royale game, which will be good, that is worth the sticker price alone. And personally, I'm really looking forward to this game. And now it's time to get good and search for the world's greatest gamer. This week's Get Good Moment of the Week is brought to you by Eric's Lawn Service. Eric needs money for his Season 4 Battle Pass in Fortnite, so he's mowing lawns. If you're interested in getting your lawn mowed, contact Eric's mom for more details. This week's Get Good Moment of the Week goes to Twitch streamer GamerDude for this clip from Red Dead Redemption, in which I think his horse has just had enough.
What? Did my horse just commit suicide and leap into the water? That would be so typical. My horse just disappeared.
This horse had died so many times that when he saw GamerDude coming, instead of being like, hey, let's go for a ride, he just went straight into the water and drowned himself. Like, I don't even think there's anything that I can do to make this clip any funnier, but let's watch it one more time.
Did my horse just commit suicide and leap into the water? So typical.
And that is why you, GamerDude, are the winner of this week's Get Good Moment of the Week. If you'd like to see your clip or gaming highlight included as the Get Good Moment of the Week, submit them to TheNerfReport@gmail.com. And in sad gaming news this week, Cliff Bleszinski shared that his studio Bosskey Production, that brought us games like Lawbreakers and Radical Heights, would be shutting down. As of today, Bosskey Productions is effectively no more. 4 years ago, I set out to make a world-class video game studio and hired some of the best talent in the video game industry. They worked tirelessly to produce quality products, and while we had our ups and downs, I'd like to think we had fun doing it. Lawbreakers was a great game that unfortunately failed to gain traction. And in a last-ditch attempt, we scrambled to do our take on the huge Battle Royale genre with Radical Heights, which was received well, however, it was too little, too late. You never want to see a gaming studio go out of business. You know, I understand Cliffy B is a very polarizing individual in the gaming industry, but you're talking about a studio full of developers who all they want to do is make great games. And the fact that we lost this week, it's not a good thing. Cliff continued on by confirming that servers for Radical Heights will remain up for the near future. And just in case Starfox, Pokemon, and Black Ops 4 news wasn't enough gaming news for ya, Bethesda gave us our first look at Rage 2. Rage 2 returns players to the dystopian world devoid of society, law, and order. Gamers will play through a carnival of carnage where you can go anywhere, shoot anything, and explode everything. That might be the best marketing copy I have ever read. Year 2 of the Nerf Report!
Carnival of Carnage.
Rage 2 is being developed by id Software and Avalanche Studios, and will tell the story of Walker, the last ranger. Walker had his home stolen from him by the Authority, and Walker must fight his way through the wasteland to defeat the Authority. Now, I've never played Rage, but this trailer got me hyped. I mean, it looks like a cool Mad Max first-person shooter that looks like Borderlands with better graphics. And just like I said with Beyond Good and Evil 2, a game can be terrible, but if it has a world that looks lived in or a world that I want to explore, I will still play that game. And Rage 2, yeah, that is getting added to the wish list. Rage 2 will be available on the Xbox One, PC, and PlayStation 4, and is speculated to be releasing in 2019. And finally for this week... That buzzer, of course, signifies that we are coming close to the end of the show and running out of time. So, in order to cover the rest of the news, we must initiate Nerfed in 60 seconds. The rules of the game are simple. Every single week we have so much news to talk about and so little time to do it. So we take all the week's remaining news, put 60 seconds on the clock, and try to cover it as fast as humanly possible without running out of breath, passing out, or dying. Just want to go on record and say 52 episodes in, and I haven't failed this once. So with that in mind, let's put 60 seconds on the clock and... go. Xbox has unveiled a brand new adaptive controller for gamers with disabilities. Amazon has announced that their upcoming Lord of the Rings series will feature a young Aragorn, to which I say, Gurren Glazui. Yeah, I'm kind of a big Middle-earth fan. EA and DICE have announced an upcoming Battlefield 5 reveal event for next week. Grand Theft Auto 5 has officially sold 95 million copies worldwide. No Man's Sky finally has a release date for the Xbox One. It'll be releasing on July 24th. Sea of Thieves gave us a brand new trailer for their upcoming free DLC titled The Hungering Deep. Gearbox president Randy Pitchford told us not to get our hopes up, that Borderlands 3 will not be at E3, but secretly I'm kind of hoping it'll actually still be there. Division 2 will be releasing in March of 2019. Microsoft now allows game gifting on the Xbox One. And finally, Kathleen Kennedy has confirmed that Disney is working on a Lando Calrissian film. I mean, not to quote Star Wars, but that is the movie that I've been looking for. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for Nerfed in 60 seconds, and that is it for this week's show. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new here and haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. And of course, the most important thing I ask you, share it with your friends. As always, my name is Bryant Chappel. You are you, and this has been the Nerf Report. Thanks for watching.